Sorry. Eat pizza. Okay. For the topic of this video, this is a question I've had all day. And I was hoping that maybe y'all had the same question. So I thought maybe we can communicate with each other over it, alright? Today's question my question to everyone is, did the kaiju creators favoritism over Godzilla? Like, if we saw the King of the Monsters movie and we saw the fight between Godzilla and King Ghidorah, I can kind of see them favoritisming over Godzilla. For example, once in the final battle, we saw King Ghidorah dissolve Godzilla. Literally, he was biting down onto his spines and sides, just taking energy from him. And if that was the case, how did Godzilla... Godzilla was down there for 4 good minutes? He was being dissolved heavily for those minutes. But he still had enough strength to turn into fire and use that burning Nova Pulse. How did that even make sense? How do you still have that much strength after being dissolved by a giant golden dragon? It didn't make sense at all, okay? And that land didn't make sense. As we saw throughout the movie, Ghidorah could have killed Godzilla. And the fight with the Arctic, we only saw Godzilla get that one good shot on Ghidorah, and when he slammed one of his 3 heads into the ice. He, she, whatever gender Ghidorah is, I don't know. And then, Ghidorah blasted Godzilla off of him, and then Ghidorah did something, forcing Godzilla to cry and roar, put his tail into the ice. So, and then that's the Ghidorah just... During the fight between Godzilla and Ghidorah, we can see Ghidorah make Godzilla bleed. And even kill Mothra. And even drop Godzilla from the sky into the ground. What the heck? Ghidorah is literally a force to be reckoned with. He is calling himself king. It was awesome watching Godzilla beat Ghidorah into the water when he ripped his head off. But that's because Godzilla was having the advantage. He was pinning Ghidorah down into the water because Ghidorah is losing oxygen. And because of this, he isn't able to stop Godzilla. But the oxygen destroyer killed Godzilla just for Godzilla to come back because he was regenerating. And then Ghidorah flew up the cities, still having the monsters do his dirty work. They favoritismed over Godzilla hard. Godzilla was clearly being dissolved by Ghidorah. And knowing all the power Ghidorah already gained after, I think, biting on these, electric wires. I mean, it just didn't make sense to me. Legendary Godzilla is powerful, but not as powerful as others. For example, Earth, who changed the world into his image. Burning, who was able to explode to a point he can call an eternal atmosphere Earth explosion. Final Wars, who took a separate explosion from a meteorite, just like Legendary took from Ghidorah dropping him. Unlike Final Wars, Legendary was stunned, literally paralyzed for those minutes. Final Wars just took it like a boss and didn't even do anything. He just stood there. Is that all you got? 2000 survived the black hole. Twice! Legendary, he's not the most powerful Godzilla out there. But even with that fire form, I just don't see it. Ghidorah, they favoritism over Legendary so hard. If they wanted to really kill off Ghidorah so Godzilla Legendary could become king, why didn't Legendary Godzilla just sit there? No. Why didn't Ghidorah just dissolve energy from Godzilla, but then he realized the energy was too much for him to take, so Ghidorah exploded, wiping out that entire city? Why didn't they go for that? It's like they favoritismed over Ghidorah hard. And through seeing the fight between Godzilla and Ghidorah in previous times, and how Godzilla was, I don't even know, he got somewhere and regenerated, I don't remember. But it just doesn't make sense to me. Ghidorah, even after Godzilla used that fire form rich pulse, it looks like he only used it twice before it wore it off because that was him releasing all his radioactive energy. Godzilla was stunned badly afterwards. Like, he woke up from the ashes of the city with Ghidorah's head and blew it up. Ghidorah, if Ghidorah tried, he could have been killed Godzilla. I don't understand how that he didn't. We saw him pin Godzilla down. Ghidorah easily should have remembered how Godzilla ripped off his head and would try to do the same thing to him. Just try to grab his neck and just break it. Like, just take it right off. Why didn't he? And if Ghidorah flies through space, I mean, true, he might not be fast enough to do that. But then if he wasn't fast enough to go into space, how is he faster enough to come down from space without getting his body clearly annihilated? Yeah, he could have lifted. Yeah, the way I see, he could have lifted up Godzilla, took him into space, and just dropped him, and killed him. Cause he wasn't even in space; he was in the Earth's atmosphere, and he still stunned Godzilla heavily. So why? Why didn't Ghidorah kill Godzilla? And why did the kaiju creators favoritism over Godzilla? I mean, true, it was great watching Godzilla win the fight and calling himself king or queen. I mean, it's reptiles, genderless, of the monsters. But the way I see it, if Ghidorah and Godzilla really fought in the past, are they actually talking about the actual other times they fought? Like 1991, Giant Godzilla attack. Oh, that don't count. That was a whole different Ghidorah. See, freaking Godzilla versus Gigan, Ghidorah the three-headed monster. Are you talking about those? Because as you all remember, Godzilla won the 1991 fight, and won the second time of the fight when Ghidorah was actually Mega Ghidorah. So, and next of all, I am just filled with questions, and I hope you answer them with me. Is it true? I don't think it's true. Is Legendary Godzilla the only Godzilla? No, I don't think so. If you remember from tabloid times, Earth Godzilla is still around. Unless he's, a different dimensional Godzilla. Which they don't put out. Final Wars is also still alive. Because at the end of its movie, we saw Final Wars roar at something before moving around the sea. Final Wars is still alive. So, no. And in 2000 is inside the seas with Kiru somewhere. And the way I see from Kiru is still a Godzilla. And if he is able to survive the seas, yeah. Legendary Godzilla is not the only Godzilla alive. Hell, Legendary Godzilla I just personally think is not even close to being the strongest. True, he's powerful, and he proves it, except there's other Godzillas, like Final Wars, who fucking killed Ghidorah, and survived an attack from a meteor, and didn't even flinch. That versus someone who got dropped by Ghidorah, and was stunned for what, in 3 minutes? A couple of minutes? Before having them favoritism of Godzilla, because saying he still had that enough energy to do that explode. If that was the case, how come Ghidorah didn't just use a fire material form of its own? and fought Godzilla. Fire Ghidorah. That would be so cool. They just favoritism over Godzilla. I swear they did. Next of all, well, burning could destroy the planet. Next of all, there's this question that you keep asking me. Could legendary Godzilla survive with other Godzilla enemies? Depending. Ever say someone like Destroyer? Probably. Since the heat of Fire Godzilla will be enough to kill him. Except Destroyer survived, was like, what, 20 minutes in? When he was in heat with Burning, who has enough heat to destroy the world. So, yeah, Destroyer would kill legendary Godzilla before he would have the chance to do that Burning tank wave. Like, come on, he was creating the Oxygen Destroyer, and the Oxygen Destroyer killed legendary. Come on, clearly, legendary wouldn't win that fight. Clearly. But Fire Legendary, I'm guessing would. If he actually hit Ghidorah with enough enough burning power. Except Ghidorah can fly. Knowing how fast he flies, he would escape from that wave and just wait until Godzilla has no more power and just kill him. Yeah, legendary Godzilla's not winning that fight unless he does what he did when he did to King Ghidorah. Oh wait, he can't, because Destroyer is heavier than King Ghidorah. He's clearly heavier. It said it in the... Alright, I'm calming down. Space Godzilla. No. I say no, because y'all be there. What? How? What? Why? Well, Space Godzilla only lost to Godzilla because of, due to the movie's point of view, Megaguirus slammed itself into Space Godzilla's leg or ankle, badly injuring it, giving Godzilla the time to hit it with his atomic breath, pushing him over, and using him right away to kill them both. Space Godzilla can create crystals from anywhere. Like, as we see from the point of view of Godzilla Goes to Hell and Godzilla, along the movie, Space Godzilla can summon his crystals from a far distance. He can just summon enough crystals and dissolve it all to create a barrier strong enough to block himself and shield himself from Fire Godzilla's attack. Then he could just use his psychic power to rip Fire Godzilla's head off and kill him. Yeah, legendary Godzilla wouldn't survive with Space G. I'm sorry, he wouldn't. And then, yeah, legendary, I'm sorry, but you're not. I'm sorry. I am breaking the hearts of all the legendary Godzilla fans out there, and I feel bad. I'm sorry. But before I end this video, because I am breaking all your hearts and now I feel bad. No, I'm not hating on a legendary. I love legendary. He's awesome. I love him. Except he's not strongest, so stop talking about him being the strongest. Y'all stupid, y'all idiotic, and y'all suck. He's not strongest, y'all suck, you idiotic motherfuckers. Motherfuckers! He ain't the strongest! And I was scrolling down on YouTube videos, and after seeing this one video called Legendary Godzilla vs. Godzilla 2000, I was thinking, what the fuck? Through that video, I saw Godzilla bite down onto 2000's spines, whatever, and was dissolving them. As we all seen, Godzillas can share their energy with each other. So if legendary Godzilla would be as strong as people believe it should be, it could just, like, why don't it look for a source of energy like the other Godzilla? I mean, it could be possible that the Earth is giving him energy, and if that's the case, sorry legendary, but the Earth just fucks you up. And how are you going to be on the Earth if it's not even there because Bernie blew it up? Or because it got sucked into a black hole, something 2000 survived without even having to freaking think about it. He whatever, just took it. Like, and then just got it from the ashes, like, is that all you got? Come on, do something else. And it was OP. Destroyer could easily destroy the planet. Space G, as we saw, could rule the planet. Earth could just turn the planet to his image. King Ghidorah. Alright, no, I'm off of that. I'm losing myself. My next one. It was this one question I had. What was it? God, let me think. Let me catch myself. Oh yeah. Is King Ghidorah 2018 stronger than Khazra Ghidorah from Final Wars? No. As I said before, from my point of view on Final Wars, I don't know, it seems a bit stronger than Legendary. Even in that final form, as we saw from the movie, there was this infinite symbol, as I remember, or probably I'm just seeing things. And he shot it at Final Wars, kind of giving it infinite power. And you killed Khazra with only one ray. Legendary Godzilla had to use 2 to kill King Ghidorah. No. King Ghidorah, when Final Wars fought Khazra Ghidorah, we clearly all saw Monster X being a great challenge. But when Monster X transformed into Khazra Ghidorah, the explosion they made when colliding, their powers were awesome. Talk about freaking Legendary's fire explosion. Jeez, the explosion Final Wars and Khazra Ghidorah made when they collided, god damn was it powerful. I felt my freaking body ready to fly out the window. Fuck it, fly out of anywhere at that point. And in my point of view, I say no, he's not. I mean, Khazra Ghidorah clearly says Master Ghidorah. So, who knows, King Ghidorah is probably the son of Master Ghidorah. And if he's the son, we all know that he's not stronger. Especially about the fact that Khazra Ghidorah could kind of destroy the planet if he wanted to. Literally. And, yeah, due me being hurtful and breaking all y'all hearts, I should plan on ending the video here. Literally, for real this time. So a lot of questions I have, and y'all can disagree with me or y'all won't. I'll just hide. Okay, y'all hate me? Y'all crazy. Okay? Y'all crazy. You hear me? Crazy. Alright. Alright, end.